Hey, everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're here today. I'm here with Steven. Welcome.
Hey.
We are here to talk Jurassic World Rebirth. And Steven, it's been a hell of a week already, but somehow this movie's still the worst thing I've experienced. Please tell me you're not gonna like sword and shield this thing and be the defender.
No, I am not. I saw this with a large group on Saturday or Sunday, I think it was.
Like that you went with, or
yeah, I went with like a large group, and they asked, like, you know, they're talking about it. They're like, "What'd you think?" And I was like, "I did not like it." And then they looked at me like they wanted an expansion on that, but I didn't want to make them feel, because they weren't like in love with the movie, but they definitely were like, "Yeah, I mean, it was fun," sort of thing. And so I didn't really say. Because I felt bad, like I didn't want to spoil the fun, because there were two kids there, too, and you know, it's just, man, I've only seen one other Jurassic Park movie, and that's the first one, but that was a disappointment.
Well, the first one is,
in a lot of ways,
in my opinion, the only really great movie in the series.
Sorry, I mean this one was a disappointment.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Just clarifying. The first one is outstanding. It's one of the best movies. And I think, spoiler alert, when we finally publish our top 100 movies of all time, I think it's on there. I don't remember. It should be. But yeah, this one is the 7th movie, which usually is the death knell in itself, right? Once you've gotten this far. Outside of Star Wars, James Bond, and Star Trek, usually the only movies.
Fast 7.
Yeah, but that's like that counts in what I'm getting to, Steven. Usually, outside of those three things, it goes to hell pretty quick once you get in these types of numbers. Because usually you're in like Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street territory, where it's all sorts of messy, or Fast and Furious, where it can get rough.
Furious 7 did actually pretty good.
Yeah, it did, and that's the one that had the really like heartbreaking moment at the end.
Yeah, the tribute,
all the stuff. Yeah. A side note: he's going to be in the last movie, like digitally. I don't know how that A is going to like look and come across, and B how it's going to be received.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but. The best news in that sentence was that there's a last one planned
for now.
So I get what you're saying though with this, because that's the reaction I have. I remember like when the first Transformers came out in like 2007 or 8 or whatever, and I was that guy. I was like, it's really not very good. I mean, it can be fun, sure.
That's what I'm looking for in this movie. It's like, I don't need the best story.
Well, I hope you don't go looking for that.
Fun action, and I want big dinosaurs doing dinosaur things.
Well, you got big dinosaurs.
Kind of. My wife and I both agreed that like the dinosaurs in this movie felt underwhelming. It felt like background characters.
Kind of, yeah.
And that kind of, I don't know, like, I mean, it is that case in the first movie too, but the first movie is a way better story. And so it makes sense in that movie until like, at least in the, it's been a while since I've seen it. This one, I know what you mean now. Like disappointing. I don't feel like I got my dinosaur kick.
The first movie has that iconic scene where the glass right in the water when the T-Rex is coming, and the ripples in the water, and it's like it has some horror elements to it because it's scary for at times for some people. It has the terror of seeing this T-Rex, and now the T-Rex just goes like swimming in the river, and isn't even like the big bad of the movie.
No.
And honestly, like in the first movie too, the big bad were the Raptors, which do get a moment here, but again, are still kind of like we're putting them in to put them in, but it's really the D-Rex that's the baddie.
I thought it was the P-Rex. Maybe I misread the letter.
Was it the P-Rex?
No, it is the D-Rex. Okay. According to to Wikipedia. I swore it said P-Rex on the sign.
I don't think it matters.
I'm surprised we didn't get the line, now they can fly. Because
they fly now? They fly now.
Yeah, exactly.
They fly now.
That's what I meant. I can't believe I messed that iconic line up. Because the Raptors were crossed with the basically, I guess, spoiler alert for anyone who cares. This was an island from the first movie where they were like genetically mutating.
It's the R&D island.
Yeah, they were combining genes to try to make new and more interesting dinosaurs.
Because people are getting bored.
Yes. Which, to be fair, does seem very realistic. People getting bored of something because it's not new anymore, so they keep looking for new ways to make them more interesting. So basically, one of the crosses was raptors and, like, I think pterodactyls seemed to be the cross. And so we got a lot of like callbacks to the first movie, including those raptors in their iconic scene now at a gas station instead. Yeah. And that was cool. That was like the coolest scene in the movie because it was like, oh yeah, I see the reference, but it's not the same exactly.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know.
Everything about the 1993 film was better. Like everything. And I come to expect that from 1993 Steven Spielberg, like he top of his game at that point, right?
Yeah.
But this movie directed by Gareth Edwards, like it's not without its positives, like it's a summer popcorn flick, but it's not the best film in the franchise. And I don't think it's all that close necessarily. I was hoping, Steven, to get what we got with Alien Romulus last year, which was like low expectations going in, but maybe it'll surprise. Like for me, Romulus is the second best movie in the Alien franchise.
People, Alien 2 stands going to come at you, Tyler.
I know, and that's fine. Like, bring it, because like Aliens is cool, but it does not age well, and Romulus is actually really fun. It's great, actually. I love it. And Aliens is not bad. Just because I have it slightly below doesn't mean it's bad. Everybody's got to realize that. So, anyway, back to Jurassic World. I'm not sure this movie needed to happen.
I thought this was gonna be kind of a reboot of,
and that's where they should have gone with it.
It felt like a standalone.
Mm-hmm. And it is. Gareth Edwards has already said there's really no plans right now for a sequel.
You know what they should do? Is they should Planet of the Apes this, where the dinosaurs take over and humans go extinct. Not because they're intelligent, just because they're big dinosaurs. I don't know. I think that'd be a fun story. I don't know what to say about this movie.
Well, we're gonna keep it short because I'm kind of with you.
The storyline is so like cliched. Basically, the A storyline. I actually don't mind the B storyline. I was infinitely more interested in it. So basically, this pharmaceutical company wants to extract the DNA from these dinosaurs to create something that can save humans and naturally charge an arm and a leg for it, as you know, these companies will do. And so they recruit Scarlett Johansson, who has her own fun team, including their quippy lines. And they get sexy Dr. Loomis to come as well, who, as I think it was on Fallon, described it as like fuck me glasses. And, you know, they were, I gotta say. Yeah. And so then they go to find the dinosaurs, like to this secret, or not secret island. Everyone knows where it is, but this off limits island to the world because it's the most dangerous. And
they have to get samples from live dinosaurs.
Yes, of course, naturally. And so they do, and immediately it goes wrong, and they rescue this family from one of the dinosaurs, but they don't realize it's one of the dinosaurs, and that shows the humanity of Mahershala Ali's character. I don't even remember or care that much about the names. As he goes and rescues
Kincaid
them.
Is
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And so, things go from there. And it's exactly what you'd expect. Like, they have a water dinosaur they have to get from, a land dinosaur they have to get from, and a air dinosaur they have to get from. Because, of course, they have one of each. Because why? This script, I don't know. I don't know what they were doing.
This is what summer movies used to be, and not in the good ways. In terms of like just really elementary script and story, that checks some of the boxes. Like, like you said, we have one by land and another by sea and another by air.
I saw F1, and I came out of that being like, the story was kind of cliche, but that storyline is just far and away superior to this one. Way more intriguing. Like, I don't know. Everything in this movie was boring. Like, I kind of was falling asleep during it.
The family storyline is like interesting until it's maddening. Because you have the one character, Xavier, who's like what every 50-year-old thinks Gen Z kids are.
Yes. Plus, he is the stereotypical horror movie character that gets killed immediately.
Yeah.
Except he doesn't. And I think that's the trope on its head the entire movie, because it happened like 3 times. And it turns out that 50-year-old dad was misjudging him in some ways because of how he looked and acted.
Well, every time his girlfriend is in danger, he becomes more courageous.
Yeah.
Don't take his sexy time away from him. That's unacceptable. After being like absolutely not willing to do anything, he jumps in after her and see like surrounded by, I don't even know what to call them, dino sharks, except like times 50 in size. And then
Spinosauruses, I thought.
Okay. And then he acts brave again later in the film. But for the most part, I mean, he even admits, he's like, yeah, I'm lazy as hell, and all these things. It really, literally just is like what every 50-year-old thinks Gen Z is.
Yeah.
But and then this family, they're sailing across the Atlantic, Stephen, but they're in the restricted zone, which everybody knows is the restricted zone.
Yeah.
So like that right away, I mean, I'm trying not to overthink this thing because I feel like that's going to make it worse. But that on its own is like, really? I don't know.
It happened so that young Isabella could get baby Grogu. I mean,
dinosaur Grogu.
Yes, you had a little baby dinosaur who she befriended. Yes, and
Dolores is cute,
of course, but it's just it's your stereotypical. Since Grogu came out, every movie has to have a little baby thing that can sell merch, but I can't see this movie selling a ton of merch. It's doing decent box office numbers somehow. I mean, of course, it's Jurassic.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's going to. It's a 4th of July film, and the theater was relatively packed for this when I went, which good for it. I mean, we want to see movies do well. Too many or not right now. And then I saw F1 the day after this on the actual 4th of July, and it was like packed in the middle of the day, which impressive.
Yeah, F1 was packed for me too, and it is a great movie, and you should go see it.
Yeah, it's also much better than this.
Yes, if you had a choice, F1.
Yeah, unless you're just really, really, really into dinosaurs and whatever, and don't care about plot or story or anything making sense.
Like, I could have lived with it if the dinosaurs were more apart, but like, again, you're following the humans as they go through this adventure, and dinosaurs kind of exist there, and there's like scenes with dinosaurs. I mean, the aforementioned T-Rex chase, the raptors, but like they just aren't in the movie enough for me to be happy. Like I feel like my thirst isn't quenched, you know?
This film is so inspired by Star Wars, Steven. And not in like great ways. So you mentioned Dino Grogu. Totally true. I know there was one other thing too, and I can't think of it at the moment, but if I do, I'll bring it up. However, at the end, we get the D-Rex, right? The really good look at it. It is the Rancor from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
To the point where it even picks somebody up and like there's the slow shot of them bringing it up towards its mouth.
You know the worst part? It looks almost as bad as it does watching a 50-year-old movie.
Yeah. I mean,
you would think they would have improved on it.
Yeah, it's not great. It's shockingly not like really smooth CGI in all places.
That is the one that I noticed the most. I feel like the other dinosaurs were okay, but that one was the one I was like, wow.
But yeah, the D-Rex just think like the Rancor from Return of the Jedi, like hybrid that and the big bad at the end of Alien Romulus. It's like those two things. I don't know what else to say about this thing. It's just a mess. Like we've been all over the place in this review, and that's sort of intentional because that's what the damn movie is. It just is. Yeah. It's everywhere. And like last thing, the trope of like rich asshole is just out to get everybody and make money off everybody at everybody's expense, and you know, doesn't care if people die or whatever. Like it's so overdone. And I'm not saying it's not true because of course it is. It happens all the time, but like who couldn't see that coming?
Also, like very heavy-handed to name the pharmaceutical rep Martin Krebs.
Oh yeah.
Like isn't that, am I crazy to think Martin Shkreli like
yes
as being very samey?
No, 100%.
Yeah.
And Krebs is probably referring to someone else that's awful. So
I'm sure.
But it's just like Lot Dodd in Phantom Menace was inspired by Trent Lott and so many Dodd senators that were douchebags and whatever.
Yeah, this movie something else. Like apparently people kind of like it because it's in at a 72% audience score.
Yeah.
I feel like there's better summer movies. Go see How to Train Your Dragon.
How to Train Your Dragon is outstanding. It's a good fun time. So is F1. 28 years later is a little more like, adult. It's more violent and darker.
Yeah, you have Superman coming out this week though. So it's if you didn't see it this weekend, unless you're just super obsessed with dinos, like I don't know, don't waste your money. I mean, if you have Movie Pass and you can go see it for free, it's not atrocious.
No, it's not offensively bad.
Yeah, it's a fine 2-hour movie. You just kind of want better.
That's 5 out of 10 for us. That's kind of what we agreed on.
And yeah, 5 out of 10 is exactly where I'd set it.
Which, I don't know what else to say about it. Like
I know you know exactly what, if you watch, you know exactly what's going to happen. Like I know we spoiled it kind of, but you could have called it going in exactly the way it was going to go, and it's exactly what happened. And
I guess last thing I'll say about this, Steven, is I feel like this is the most forgettable big movie I've seen in 2025.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to forget that I saw it in 3 months until someone mentions it. And
I think if you really want the spectacle of it, yeah, go see it on the big screen because, sure, I mean, that is cool and the sound is good and all that stuff. But, like, just don't expect to walk out being like, wow.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's that for us. We will have a review of Superman this week, plus a whole lot of other stuff coming. So check out all of our other fun, exciting things on the channel. And if you are a wrestling fan, we also have predictions for all of the WWE festivities going on this weekend between Saturday Night's Main Event and WWE Evolution. So check those out as well. We love it if you hit the like button, turn on notifications, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. We would really appreciate that. It helps support us. It doesn't cost you a single penny. But that's going to be it for us. I think I don't even know what else to say without just sighing. So, all right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We will talk to you soon. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.